In the chaotic and intrigue-filled world of The Young and the Restless, it's no surprise that the main characters are faced with unanswered questions and unproven theories. And while Victor Newman is dealing with a major mystery about Dumas, a man he suspects has some kind of connection to Tucker McCall, events slowly reveal surprising hidden corners. Is everything really as simple as Victor and Michael Baldwin think, or is there a completely different answer they haven't seen? New theory: is Dumas Tucker McCall? It all starts when Victor Newman and Michael Baldwin sit down together, discussing the theory they'd been nurturing for a while: Dumas is Tucker McCall. According to Victor's reasoning, Tucker's strange actions in the past could be easily explained if he was Dumas, a mysterious figure who was known to have a plan behind every decision. Tucker McCall, who was a wealthy and influential man in the business world, always gave people a feeling that there was something shady about him. Could he be part of a larger conspiracy? Michael, as a lawyer, argued that if Tucker was indeed Dumas, this would explain many of his strange actions in the past, especially in transactions and decisions related to large companies. He not only kept important secrets but also skillfully manipulated the situation for his own benefit. However, even Michael did not completely believe in this hypothesis. He knew that in this world full of deception, everything could change in the blink of an eye. Alternative theory: Billy Flynn is Dumas? While Victor and Michael are still immersed in their theories, another secret is ready to be revealed. New clues suddenly appear, and they point to a completely different possibility: Billy Flynn, the man everyone thought had left the world of crime and conspiracy, could be the Dumas they are looking for. This makes things more complicated than ever. Billy, with his gentle and unobtrusive appearance, seems to have been acting cautiously all this time. He may have hidden his true intentions, making everyone believe that he is just a companion in difficult situations. But when things explode, Billy will have to face the criticism and suspicion of everyone around him. Victor and his plan to attack Jack Abbott. While Victor Newman's plots involving Dumas and Tucker McCall remain unsolved, his plans continue to put the Abbott family in danger. Victor cannot stop seeking revenge on Jack Abbott. He believes that attacking Jack is a necessary step to achieve his greater goal, to disrupt the stability of the Abbott family and finally take the position he feels he deserves. However, things do not go as smoothly as Victor expected. Jack Abbott is not someone who can be easily manipulated. He always knows how to stand his ground, and no matter what attacks come from Victor, Jack is determined to stand firm in the face of any challenge. Victor's every move is met with major obstacles, from the Abbott family members discovering his plot, to risks from other forces that Victor cannot control. Michael Baldwin and disagreement. During the course of the plan, Michael Baldwin gradually realizes that what Victor is doing may not be entirely reasonable. As a smart lawyer, Michael always has to carefully consider every action and decision. He realizes that Victor may be going too far when deciding to attack Jack and the Abbott family. Michael constantly expresses his objections, but while he still tries to stay rational, Victor does not accept his dissuasion. Michael worries that this will not only threaten the relationship between him and the Abbott family, but also may cause their plans to be exposed, causing unforeseen consequences. The spy and the change of reason. While Victor continues to plan, another situation arises that makes things more complicated. A spy that Victor recruited in the past has changed his intentions, and this may turn everything upside down. At first, the spy seemed loyal to Victor's plans, but gradually, he began to feel dissatisfied with his role in the organization. The situation becomes even more tense when Kyle Abbott begins to suspect this spy. Kyle is a smart and very alert character, and the spy's suspicious actions cannot be ignored. Kyle will have to face the discovery of the truth about this person and possibly make him change his mind, perhaps by threatening to reveal the secrets that Victor is trying to hide, or demanding a large sum of money to keep quiet. Unclear future. The above details make everything extremely tense. As Victor and Michael continue to dig deeper into the mysteries surrounding Tucker McCall, Billy Flynn, and Dumas, we may witness shocking truths and thrilling psychological battles. While Victor's plan to attack Jack Abbott faces failure, the spies in the shadows will also bring unforeseen risks to all involved. The power play on The Young and the Restless is never easy, and no one can be sure who will win this battle. With double-dealing and hidden agendas, this story is sure to continue to bring viewers drama and surprises. In the world of the young and the restless, every little detail can lead to a surprising story. But as fans eagerly await Billy Flynn's return to Genoa City, they're not only expecting a dramatic return, but also speculation surrounding the character he'll be playing, Aristotle Dumas. With a character as mysterious as Dumas, things may not be as they seem. Victor Newman and Michael Baldwin are busy discussing theories about who Dumas really is, and it looks like Billy Flynn will be the one to put his stamp on these surprising plot twists. Victor and Michael's theory: is Tucker McCall Dumas? As this story begins, we see Victor Newman and Michael Baldwin, two of Genoa City's wisecracking and cunning characters, discussing the possibilities surrounding Dumas' true identity. One of the theories that they found plausible was that Tucker McCall could be Dumas. Tucker, who was always known for his unpredictable actions and complicated relationships in the business world, could be the one behind all the events that they were trying to explain. The reason Victor and Michael suspected Tucker was because of his close relationship with the Abbott family. By using this relationship, Tucker was able to hide himself and take advantage of the situation to serve his plan without anyone suspecting it. Dumas, a powerful figure, could easily control everything from behind the scenes without having to show himself. By linking Tucker McCall with Dumas, Victor and Michael painted a pretty convincing picture, in which they believed that Tucker was the one who carried out the plots to manipulate and control the other characters in the game. However, not everyone agreed with this theory. Throughout the conversations, Michael constantly expressed his skepticism about this possibility. As a smart lawyer, Michael is not easily fooled and always looks for hidden corners that others may overlook. He realizes that things can be more complicated than that and that Tucker's theory of Dumas may not be entirely correct. Moreover, he knows that in a world of intrigue and playing with fate, everything can change in an instant. Dumas is Billy Flynn? Surprises ahead. While Victor and Michael are immersed in their theory, a new twist appears that makes everyone stop and think again. New signs indicate that Dumas may be Billy Flynn. The story begins to get more complicated as clues appear, and we gradually realize that it is not Tucker but Billy Flynn who is hiding behind the name Aristotle Dumas. Billy, who has always been known for his easygoing and unobtrusive personality, seems to have another side that few people in Genoa City realize. While Billy has kept his intentions under wraps, his recent actions and decisions have raised suspicions. A double-dealing game is not uncommon in the world of the young and the restless, and Billy seems like a compelling character who will draw viewers into a dangerous and complex game. If Billy is indeed Dumas, it would explain a lot about his bizarre behavior over the years. The appearance of Dumas, a mysterious and powerful figure, may not be a coincidence. Billy, with his ability to surprise and draw people into his schemes, could be a key player in the upcoming power struggle in Genoa City. Michael and the untold story. However, one question remains: how did Michael know that Dumas had contacted Billy? Although Billy only mentioned this to a few of his closest associates, it seems that Michael has found an important clue that we have not yet seen. This opens up a more complicated perspective on the power play that Victor is participating in. While Michael is still trying to understand the clues, Victor is going in a different direction, looking for easy victories after a series of long psychological battles. Billy and Dumas may have prepared a plan that will surprise everyone. This is not just a simple mind game but a sophisticated game where every move must be carefully calculated. While Victor is focusing on attacking his targets, is Billy really the one behind it all? An easy victory for Victor? It is obvious that, with his experience and great ability to manipulate psychology, Victor will not easily let go of the opportunity to win. Even though things may be quite long and drawn out, Victor always finds a way to gain an advantage. His next moves will decide a lot in this game. Victor, who always knows how to seize every opportunity, will probably not hesitate to use anyone to achieve his goals. While Michael is still suspicious of Dumas and his connections, Victor will constantly look for factors that can bring him victory. However, is this victory really as easy as Victor thinks? Conspiracies and unrevealed surprises. With the appearance of Billy Flynn, fans of the young and the restless will certainly not only be surprised by the changes in the plot, but also have to face difficult questions about the characters they thought were too familiar. Billy, with his excellent acting ability, will bring a new breeze to the story and will definitely create surprises that we cannot predict. But in the world of Victor Newman, where everything can be manipulated, is Billy Flynn really Dumas? Or is everything just part of a more sophisticated conspiracy that we cannot see? This story still has many things to reveal, and surely the next episodes will take viewers on a dramatic emotional journey. In the complex world of the young and the restless, where power plays and intrigues are never-ending, nothing is more thrilling than when a mysterious figure like Dumas appears. Dumas, who is said to be creating major upheavals in Genoa City, is a threat to all involved in this power play. But who is Dumas really? And will the characters on The Young and the Restless be wise enough to recognize this danger before it's too late? A new strategy and a new plan. As the story begins, we see Michael Baldwin and Victor Newman, two seasoned manipulators, discussing the next steps in their strategy. According to information from their spy at Glissade, Kyle Abbott, one of the Abbott family's most prominent figures, seems to have his suspicions about something. Although it was unclear exactly what Kyle suspected, the information was enough to make Michael nervous. They knew that if Kyle discovered something important, all their plans could be ruined. Their spy, who was working at Glissade, suddenly demanded double the amount of money they had promised to keep quiet. Michael, although not happy about being faced with such a request, knew that he had no choice but to agree to the spy's request. However, this left Victor with an important decision. Could he put this matter aside and focus on the larger threat that was Dumas, or would he be forced to deal with his spy first? Victor, despite the tense situation, decided to put the matter with the spy aside for now. In his mind, Dumas, with his complex connections to the big families in Genoa City, is the biggest threat he has to face. Dumas, who Victor believes can manipulate everything in the dark, is the main target of his strategy. However, is this decision a strategic mistake? After all, Dumas is still a big unknown that Victor has to face, and he cannot afford to waste time on trivial matters. Kyle Abbott and Jack Abbott, a new game. The nature of the story continues to take a new turn when Kyle Abbott decides not to keep quiet about his suspicions. Kyle, one of the heads of the Abbott family, feels the need to discuss these issues with Jack, his father, who has always been experienced in dealing with power struggles. Jack Abbott, no stranger to tense and tricky situations, sees this as an opportunity to turn things around in his fight with Victor. He not only wants to protect his family but also gain more control of the situation, so he decides to suggest a double agent, a bold strategy that will surely upset Victor. Jack's plan is that if they can regain the initiative, things could turn in the Abbott family's favor. However, this is a double-edged sword. If things aren't carefully calculated, Jack could very well find himself in a dangerous situation. Using a double agent isn't always easy, and in a world filled with people who can see through any plot like Victor Newman, a small mistake could lead to failure. Victor and his careful steps. Victor Newman, with his ability to manipulate psychology and strategy, is not someone who is easily fooled. But will he be able to see the danger Jack and the Abbotts pose, especially with Victor distracted by the threat of Dumas? If things go according to Jack's plan, the Abbotts could regain the upper hand. But if Victor sees through this, he won't hesitate to strike back. Victor, who has a habit of staying one step ahead, seems to be able to see what's going on. But will Dumas distract him enough for Jack to trick Victor once more? If so, the Abbotts could have a great opportunity to turn the tables and regain control. But as always, in the world of the young and the restless, things can change in an instant. One small mistake or one poor decision could turn these battles into life or death struggles. Dumas, who's behind it? Throughout the story, the biggest question remains: who is Dumas? Is he a character who has appeared on The Young and the Restless, or is he a completely new character that the writers are trying to create to surprise fans? Dumas, who Victor believes is a big threat, could be a powerful being in the shadows who can manipulate other characters without anyone knowing. However, the concern for fans is whether Dumas is really a big threat, or simply a temporary figure, like Ashland Locke, who everyone thought would cause big trouble but ended up being a less interesting character. As the story progresses, the mystery surrounding Dumas will gradually be revealed. Things may not be as simple as Victor and Michael think. Dumas could be a major influence, or simply a pawn in a power play that other characters are up against. From the initial speculations, it is possible that Dumas is someone who can change the course of Genoa City, but will Victor be the ultimate victor in this battle, or will another character step up and shake things up? Conclusion: power plays and the threat from Dumas. The story surrounding Dumas, with the participation of prominent characters such as Victor, Michael, Kyle, and Jack, will certainly continue to take viewers on a game full of tension and drama. The intrigue, manipulation, and strategic decisions will make each episode more thrilling than ever. Although Dumas is still a big unknown, it is safe to say that he will play an important role in shaping the future of Genoa City. And no matter how complex these power struggles get, it's clear that every character in the story is preparing for a decisive move. Tense mind games, psychological manipulation, and unexpected twists and turns will continue to be the hallmarks of The Young and the Restless, keeping fans glued to their screens.